Hi there, I'm Matt. I'm just a normal, average, everyday dude. In fact, my friends say I live somewhat of a boring lifestyle, but I have a superpower. I kick some serious butt trading penny stocks. And I want to show you how to start kicking butt with penny stocks too. First, I'll share why it wasn't that long ago that my wife was really upset with me. And I'll share with you why she was so upset in just a second. Now, if you're anything like me when I was a new penny stock trader, you've had times where you weren't exactly excited about showing the results of your trading. And maybe you've even gone out of your way to hide your losses, whether it's deleting your emails with your monthly statements, doing whatever it takes to prevent the subject of your trading adventures from being discussed over dinner, or keeping close watch on your mailbox to intercept your monthly trading statements. Heck, maybe there's been times when your dog is the only one who really knows how much money you've lost with trading. Or perhaps you're convinced that every time you buy a stock, it seems to tank immediately. Almost like there's some weird cosmic force aligned against you when you decide to buy a stock. Or maybe between the pump and dumps, complex charts, and weird financial terms, you think that trading stocks is just too darn complicated for you. I want to show you some poker chips. See, penny stocks are a lot like playing poker. Sure, you can walk away from the table at times as a winner with some beginner's luck, but the best poker players are consistently able to walk away from the table as winners with all the money by being able to identify specific tells. These tells give winning poker players the signals they need to repeatedly make winning moves. And Wikipedia tells us all about exactly what a tell is. In fact, the stock market has dozens and dozens of tells that can lead you to explosive trades on penny stocks. Stay glued to this presentation till the very end, and I'll show you 3 of these very specific penny stock trading tells. These tells will expose how you can exit your next few penny stock trades with your pockets bursting full of chips, and have your friends and family chasing you down asking you, how did you do it? So you can firmly establish yourself as a winner in the exciting high reward game of penny stock trading. So how soon do you want to get started? Right now? Just a heads up though, I'll share 3 specific start to finish tells about how to make up to 712% short-term trading returns with penny stocks. And as you'll notice, this video is not being hosted on YouTube. I'm actually paying to stream this video out of my own pocket. So I may have to pull down this presentation soon and start charging folks a small fee to view it. Okay, so before I get into the penny stock tells, I'm going to share an embarrassing personal story about how I really ticked off my wife. It all took place during my early days as a penny stock trader. So, do we have a deal? You know what? I wasn't always the penny stock guru that I am now, with hundreds of testimonials from people who I've helped to succeed with penny stocks. Nor was I always an established publisher of content on financial sites like Seeking Alpha, Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, and others. My early days as a penny stock investor almost put an unbearable strain on one of the most important relationships I have. What relationship? My marriage. Here's how it all went down. After deciding I wanted to test the waters with penny stocks, I got my online trading account, my brokerage account all set up, and made a deposit of money into it. I was ready for the world of penny stocks, or so I thought. To be clear, I wanted to do more than just make money with penny stocks. See, there was just this little part of me that wanted to convince my wife that trading stocks was a realistic way we could better our lives. Specifically, I wanted to use the money I made from my trading to put a down payment on a brand spanking new 3,500 square foot house. I had good reason to want to buy my wife a new house too. See, I felt that my wife and kids deserved the very best, and I wanted to be the one that could give it to them. Do you know what I mean? However, the house we lived at in the time was, well, in the hood. That's an actual picture of the house we lived in at the time. More than once, we had front row seats to watch our local vice cops carry out drug raids on nearby homes. I knew I had to do something. I had to do something to get my family out of that neighborhood and into a house we'd be proud to call our own. It's really hard to feel like a good dad when you see drug dealers near where your kids are sleeping, right? All I had to do was come up with a nice chunk of money for a down payment on the new house. I thought I had it all figured out too. I figured what I needed was an edge over other traders that would launch me into the winner's circle. So I spent hours and hours online, must have checked out hundreds of penny stock services and so-called gurus. I thought I had found the one penny stock picking newsletter I could trust. I saw that their prior picks had ran up in some cases over 300%. At least that's what I thought. I was convinced I could make this penny stock trading thing work for me, because I would avoid playing duds from unreliable newsletters and sources, and only trade penny stock picks from what I consider to be reliable and dependable sources. Additionally, I watched several technical analysis videos and felt I was learning how to spot penny stocks about to break out. Visions of writing a check for a down payment on a new trophy house were already starting to flood my mind. I could picture sitting down to a nice dinner with my family in our spacious new dining room with custom hardwood floors. And then, after dinner, heading out to the backyard with my 3 sons and tossing the football. All this before I even placed my first trade. Before long, I was in the game. I had made a few trades using my technical analysis, and I actually had made some wins. Had some losers too. Overall, I was up just a little bit from where I started, but not nearly enough to close the deal on the new house. So I figured, the heck with it. The next time I made a trade, I wanted to hit a home run. The adrenaline that coursed through my body when it came time for that next trade is still a vivid memory for me. I clearly remember entering in my limit order to buy tens of thousands of shares within seconds after I got the email that said, "New stock pick." And this came from the newsletter I thought I could trust. Now, shortly after I placed that trade, my nerves started to rattle. To my delight, the stock started to move up, and I watched my account balance grow every time I clicked the refresh button inside my trading account. The stock finished that day very strong, and I felt the new house I so desperately wanted to buy my wife was finally within my grasp. However, the next day turned out to be a shocker for me, and I don't recall ever feeling like I did that day in my entire life, and here's why. I remember pouring a cup of my favorite blend of coffee that morning, Dunkin' Donuts hazelnut, and then firing up my laptop. I eagerly punched in my user ID and password to my trading account, then I clicked that purple log on button. A heavy mixture of excitement and nervousness about what the outcome might be consumed me that morning. I wondered, if things went against me, maybe I'd have to take a small loss, or if it went my way, maybe I'd double my money and make 100% that same day before the closing bell. But what I saw next had me wondering if I was seeing some sort of glitch, if there was something wrong, terribly wrong with my trading account. My portfolio page proceeded to shout 2 horrifying numbers at me. Negative 50%, negative $8,000. Why was the stock falling so hard? What was going on? I pulled up my charts and watched in horror as the stock showed no sign of recovery. As I watched the stock crash, it felt like the dream of our new house was being ripped out of my hands. I started to fear not just losing 50%, but all of my money on this horrible trade. So I went ahead and booked my loss and clicked the sell button. I wondered, how was I going to tell my wife about this? The thought crossed my mind, should I hide this huge loss from my wife? Did I need to intercept the next trading statement before she could see it? How would I quickly change the subject the next time she asked about my trades? $8,000 down the drain. Overnight? Was she going to think of me as some sort of reckless gambler? This was a disaster, not just for the stock, but also for my trading account balance. The dream I had to buy my wife a new house. And worst of all, my hero status in the eyes of my wife. See, she simply believed in me. Now, how was I supposed to break the news to her that she wasn't going to get that house she so dearly deserved? What I discovered was that the penny stock newsletter that I had so thoroughly trusted switched out the new stock pick they released the next day. They usually stayed with a new stock pick for weeks, so the result was disastrous. I didn't want to start hiding stuff from my wife. That's not how I wanted our marriage to be. So, after mustering up enough courage to tell her about the devastating loss I took on that trade, enough to cut my trading account in half, it was time for me to take a step back from trading. And, looking back on it now, I'm glad I had to take that big loss, because it served as a turning point for my penny stock trades. And now I was more determined than ever to become successful with penny stocks. I still had a chunk of money left to trade with, but I had to figure out this whole penny stock trading thing before I even touched another stock. And during that time off from trading, I realized the edge I thought I had was just a figment of my imagination. I spent seemingly countless hours studying the tactics of successful traders. I even read their books. I looked at their trade histories, studied hundreds of chart patterns on technical analysis. I looked at what types of news releases sparked big moves in stocks until one particular moment, it all started to click for me. What I realized was that stocks that presented big opportunity always, and I mean always, left some sort of clue. And you could also call these tells the same way we talked about poker earlier. I realized that in order to start winning consistently with my trades, I needed to do a careful evaluation of what exactly these penny stock tells are. Or in other words, what tells would serve as good buy signals the next time I considered making a trade on a stock. See, I realized that winning with penny stocks was a lot like winning with poker. Poker players that consistently walk away with all the chips and with all the money do it by being able to spot all the tells other players can't spot. These tells put the odds in their favor. So I set out to create a clear-cut process to identify the specific penny stock tells that could help me balloon my trading account in short order. I weeded through many different scenarios and discovered a specific short-term trading formula, or you could say short-term trading tells, that help me win time and time again with my penny stock trades. I use these tells almost every day, and it allows people like you and me to regularly extract sums of cash from penny stocks. This is cash that you can use however you want to use it. Pay off debt, pay car payments, take the wife on vacation. Buy that thing you've been wanting for a while now, but you just haven't had the extra cash to buy it with. Some of the things you'll be able to do with this formula, you'll be able to take a small amount of cash, say $1,000 or less. You'll also be able to find penny stocks that are primed and ready to make a big move, sometimes over 100% in a short period of time, and know almost exactly when to pull the trigger on the buy and sell button. It's so important. The most convenient way I reward myself after I use this formula of these penny stock trading tells is by using this pretty little debit card. And don't worry, because you'll get the chance to use your own debit card with your trading money as soon as you learn this formula as well. Now, I'm kind of a boring guy, so the way I like to use my trading account debit card is to buy my gas. This way I kind of, I figure it's free gas. Now, you may want to use your debit card for something more exciting, and that's totally cool. Maybe a car, vacation, tuitions, whatever. And you know what? I'm bursting with anticipation to share all the details of just 3 of these tells with you. But first, I must share with you the real problem we face as penny stock traders. And despite what other gurus might be shouting at you, if you've lost money with penny stocks or just don't know where to begin, it most definitely is not your fault. See, what I've discovered amounts to nothing less than a loosely constructed conspiracy to separate eager penny stock traders from their hard-earned money as quickly as possible. Now, as you can tell from my early experiences as a penny stock trader, if we're flying blind, the deck is stacked against us. And when we're flying blind, there's no way we can spot those tells that make all the difference. We truly are the little guys when we start out as penny stock traders. And we're plagued by one big factor that sets us up for failure: lack of information. I mean, when we first start out as traders, if we're honest with ourselves, we really don't even know where to begin, do we? And when we search for information online in an effort to satisfy our craving for penny stock information, we tend to sit down at tables with others who are just a bit too sneaky for us. Stock promoters are amongst the craftiest of those who want to take our money. We go ahead, we join their quote-unquote free email newsletters because they offer to fill the void and promise to give the information we need to make money with penny stocks. While in reality, all the promoters offer us is bogus information while they make all the money. Isn't that just, unfair? See, basically promoters pump worthless penny stocks while insiders, the people who pay the promoters, dump these stocks. This leaves the eager, optimistic, little guy penny stock trader like you and me with a big loss. Like in my case that I shared with you, when I lost $8,000 overnight. Heck, you've probably already been bombarded with advertisements from paid stock promoters. This certainly is not your fault. The same way that professional poker players have an advantage over rookie poker players, stock promoters take advantage of newbies. To put it plainly, it really just sucks. Now that you know the problem, that the reason you're losing with penny stocks is due to a lack of information and being taken advantage of by stock promoters, let's dive into the solution. I have 3 specific penny stock tells or strategies or whatever you want to call them. I call them awesome because they help me make money with penny stocks, and I'm going to share them with you today. And actually, I'm going to share them with you right here in this presentation. So I highly recommend that you grab a pen and paper right now to write all these down. Are you ready? Awesome. The first of these tells is the uplisting tell. Now, when I say tell or strategy, I basically mean information. See, information is what causes stocks to move in one direction or another. Example, when a stock is about to uplist to a bigger exchange, i.e. from the OTCBB, which is where most penny stocks trade, to the New York Stock Exchange or to the Amex exchange, consider buying that stock for a trade. Now, not that long ago, ONVO moved up over 100% in about a week's time, and BCCI moved up over 700% after releasing news about an uplisting. Now, I'll let the chart do the talking on ONVO. You can see here I've made a note that savvy traders could have seen that ONVO released their filings which mentioned the impending uplisting in June. But it wasn't released in a news release until July, which is when the stock had a huge move of over 100%. So you can see, if you would have been looking for this, you could have found it. You can scan through these news releases each morning to spot these types of uplisting announcements. Now, these uplisting announcements don't happen very often though. According to my research, they only happen 8 to 10 times a year. But isn't it awesome that you can use this strategy to find big winners at least several times a year? So how are you liking the penny stock tells so far? Are you ready for penny stock strategy number 2? Okay, here we go. It's called the sympathy tells. If you can spot a penny stock moving up over 500% or even 100 or 200% for that matter, look for other stocks in that same sector to start moving as well. So the key here is to identify the sector that the penny stock is in. So as an example, when LEXG moved up over 2,000%, other penny stocks in the lithium sector started to move up as well. And one stock I'm going to show you moved up over 1,500%. But see, it took a few days, so there was a lag there that you could have identified and capitalized on. Now, don't kid yourself. There's no way to predict a move like LEXG had. However, you could have searched for other lithium penny stocks and had plenty of time to load up on one stock, which is LTUM, weeks before it became a huge winner. So, does the next sympathy tell sound like a scenario you'd like to be made aware of? Look at this chart. You could have had the presence of mind to load up on shares of LTUM days before it had a huge move of 1,500%. This is because you would have been tracking the move on LEXG, and then you would have been led to this stock because it's in the same sector. Does that make sense? And the third critically important winning trading technique, and I want to warn you, if you don't use tip number 3, you may be leaving a new car, a boat, or even a paid-for college tuition right there on the table in front of you. And tip number 3 is this, the big dog tells. I want you to familiarize yourself with people who have a lot of followers. Now, some might even have their own TV show or their own radio show or something like that. Now, when they positively mention a penny stock, it will likely have a very nice and a very big move. I noted a popular stock picker mentioned shares of a stock that were trading at just $2.30 early one morning, and after he mentioned them, the next day the stock hit $3.23 simply due to the fact that he recommended it. Let's take a look at the chart of that stock. The stock was RSH, or Radio Shack. You can see here on the chart I've made a note of when the stock was mentioned by a guy named Jim Cramer on CNBC one morning. Right here at $2.30 a share. And then boom, the stock moved all the way over $3 by the time the closing bell sounded the next day. A pretty nice move in a short period of time. Now, you know what? If you were just to use these specific strategies or these specific tells that I've shown you, I bet you could do extremely well with your trading and hit winner after winner after winner. Don't you think? Well, you know what? I have many more of these stock trading tells that I could teach you. However, the time it would take to teach you all of them would, well, seem like an eternity. So how about I give you the opportunity to instantly discover and access even more of my penny stock strategies right here as you watch this video. Also, would you like me to sit down beside you and spoon feed stock picks to you using the strategies I've just showed you plus many others? These strategies and the stocks they lead me to have molded me into a consistently winning player at the game of penny stocks. Now you have the chance to also become a winning player at the game of penny stocks. It would almost be like me sitting down at the poker table with you and whispering into your ear all the tells that I see other poker players showing. Except these tells would give you the exact details on when to buy and sell penny stocks. Now, how helpful do you think that would be for you? Pretty darn helpful or profitable, right? Let's take a sneak peek into my trading account. Imagine what it would feel like to log into your trading account and show this to someone you love. Or to confidently walk out to the mailbox and rip open a monthly trading statement that looks something like this. Imagine how other people would see you after you show them results like this. It wasn't that long ago I was staying at my dad's house and I logged into my trading account. My dad happened to catch a glance at my screen and asked, "What is that, Matt?" I answered him and said, "Well, Dad, that's my trading account." And I will never forget, as long as I live, the look of pride on my dad's face that day. No doubt, money from profitable trading is awesome. However, it's really just something that naturally comes after we win at the high-stakes game of trading, isn't it? What I'm about to reveal to you is the biggest shortcut I believe you need to quickly become a winning microcap or penny stock trader. Let me proudly introduce to you the Microcap Millionaires Penny Stock Strategy course. This online video and report course gives you access to my exclusive penny stock strategies that can lead you to life-changing gains. You get instant access to your course so you can start racking up some impressive profits with penny stocks. So while your course contains strategies valued at over $497, just one trade using my strategies could net you well over $497 in profits, I've decided to make this a no-brainer move for you. Yet, before I tell you the investment you'll make to get immediate access to your course, let me level with you. I've made this course something almost anyone can look at, understand, and then implement. Now, how can I say that with confidence? Well, it is kind of embarrassing, but I have to admit I wasn't exactly a straight A student in school. Do you catch my drift? It is my firm belief that anyone with enough interest to watch this presentation to the point it's at now is more than qualified as someone who can both learn and use the trading strategies that I teach in my course. That means with my help, You can succeed with penny stocks, even if you're a total and complete newbie. So, how excited are you to get started? Your investment today is not going to be $497. In fact, it's not even going to be $297 because I want to help you get started today, as in right now. I want to make this a complete no-brainer of a decision for you. Your investment today is just a one-time payment of $97. So go ahead and click the Order Now button below and take that step towards the success you absolutely deserve. Do you want to know some details of what's inside the course? In one of the reports contained in this course, you'll see why one stock moved over 2,000% in just days due to specific news release. And more importantly, how you can discover the next stock that is ready to make a similar move. Now, let me ask you something, okay? What would a 2,000% return on your money do for you? Let's break that down for a minute. A 2,000% gain means turning $100 into $2,000. If you chose not to use $100 for a trade using my strategies, you could go ahead and spend that $100 by taking a loved one out for a nice steak dinner followed by a trip to the theater to catch the latest movie. And then your $100 would be gone. Now, on the other hand, if you chose to take that crisp $100 bill and use it to make a trade with my strategies, you may be able to turn it into a fat sum of cash of up to $2,000. Then, after that trade, you could use that $2,000 to go ahead and book a week-long vacation to the exotic location of your choice, including airfare, hotel, entertainment, and plenty of steak dinners to go along with it. And then still have some money left over. Also, you'll see video taken from my personal computer that reveals how you can spot stocks right for gains of over 126% due to a specific technical analysis setup. Now, I know what you're thinking. Once you see how I use this technical analysis, you won't believe how simple this really is. You can do this. I'll also share my top tells for trading sub-penny stocks. Now, these are penny stocks that trade less than 1 cent a share. Yes, there really are stocks that trade less than a cent a share, and they can be enormously profitable for you. These sub-penny tells can help you spot the next big breakout, like this one that moved up over 4,000%. One of the videos in this course will show you a simple way to potentially spot the next stock to get bought out. And this is before it is announced. All this by using a 100% free website. I call this unique method the buyout sniffer. This method spotted one stock as a likely buyout candidate 6 full months before it was announced. Look at the stock chart here. This tells the story. This method spotted MSPD before it was bought out. It spotted it way back in May, and then you can see what happened in early November. Boom, it was bought out. Wouldn't you like to load up on a stock like that? How exciting would it be if you own shares of a stock that gets bought out? It's amazing. Wow. You're also going to get my exact process for finding hidden gem stocks that could turn every $500 you have into $2,500. These hidden gems are smaller companies in white-hot sectors of the market, and I'm going to show you exactly how to find them in 5 minutes or less. Here's a prime example of what type of win this method or tell can bring your way. The hidden gem method gets you in a stock just like this one before it has a thrilling 500% move. Remember, it's all about the tells. Are you a newbie? Included is a video where I show you how to get started from square one. From opening up your account to making your very first trade. You'll also see a simple method to find penny stocks that are about to be promoted. Now, this method can lead you to thrilling short-term gains of over 400%. This strategy can lead you to short-term windfalls of cash that you previously may have thought were, well, too good to be true. Plus, many more proven strategies and tactics that you can use to start winning with penny stocks as early as in the next few minutes. So go ahead and click the Order Now button below to claim your access to this heavily discounted course. Now, if that's not enough for you, I have one other bonus you're sure to love. If you're anything like the 9,000 plus people who have used my strategies in the past, your time may be a bit stretched already, and maybe you'd like me to tap you on the shoulder the next time I see a stock ready to make a big move. So I'm also going to give you 30 days of free access to my Microcap Millionaires Penny Stock newsletter, where I spoon feed you my personal stock picks with buy and sell alerts. Loved by thousands of subscribers and priced at $97 a month, you'll get 30 days on me. Check out this testimonial I got from a subscriber of Microcap Millionaires newsletter. This is from a guy named Ashton. He used the profits he made from my stock picks to buy a brand new Jeep. How cool is that? And another, this guy, his name is Jordan. He said, "Thanks, I booked a vacation made possible because of you. Please keep up what you do." And then he later told me he went to Mexico for 8 days. That really makes my day when I see stuff like that. Aren't these awesome? You'll get my new stock pick alerts and updates roughly 3 to 5 times a week sent right to your email inbox, as well as have access to them in a 24/7 available, password protected, members only area. So there is really no way you can miss out on any of them. All of these stock picks come complete with both my buy and sell entry and exit price recommendations. So you're never left in the dark as to how to both start and finish your trade on every penny stock pick I issue. The Microcap Millionaires Penny Stock newsletter is fairly valued at $297 a month. Yet, right now, I'm going to show you how to get one full month of my flagship penny stock newsletter at no additional cost to you. There's not much better than getting awesome stuff without having to pay for it, right? So here's what you need to do to get the free 30 days of my stock picking newsletter. 1. Click the Order Now button below. Then you'll be directed to a page that looks like this. At the bottom of that page, leave this checkbox that's marked right here on this page for the one free month of the Microcap Millionaires stock picking newsletter. Just go ahead and leave that checked. Number 3, at the bottom of that page, enter your first and last name along with your primary email address. Then click this button that says Proceed to ClickBank. Then you'll be taken to a secure checkout page that looks like this, where you can enter your payment information and click Pay Now. Then you're in. And you'll also see 2 more ways to pack on more profits to your penny stock trades before the checkout process is complete. And I'll explain more about that in just a second, so hang tight. Now, if you're still here, I get it. We're still getting to know each other. So let me see if I can ease your mind just a bit more. Just for watching this presentation, I'd like to give you, free of charge, this value add bonus to help you start cashing in with penny stocks even faster. This is a bonus report that I've called the Reverse Merger Strategy, and it has a value of $97. What it will do, it will show you a way to get in penny stocks before huge news is announced. Now, big news is what makes penny stocks move, so this is a key and a killer strategy. One of these stocks moved over 10,000% in less than 2 weeks. This bonus report will be available for instant download inside the members only area that you'll have access to within seconds of completing your order. So, how soon would you like to see some awesome results from trading stocks with my strategies and alerts? I often hear back from new members of Microcap Millionaires about how they're beginning to see substantial gains in their trading accounts just a few days after they join. And it's amazing that real people like you and me with no formal quote-unquote stock trading education are seeing and experiencing results like these. Look at this. These are screenshots from my actual trading account. 4,000 profit, 1,000 profit in a day. You can use this money that you make from trading to pay off your debts. Become debt-free. It feels wonderful to be debt-free. To take that vacation you've been wanting to take but haven't had the extra money to do it with. To buy those toys you've been wanting for yourself or for your family or for your friends. Finally splurge on them. Pay off those bills that have been nagging you for months and months and maybe even for years. Turning a few $100 into several $1,000s is not only beneficial to you financially, it's also the thrill of a lifetime. I've proven that penny stock trading can and should be immensely profitable, and I want to share this success with you. This is important. I'll constantly be on the lookout for more and more profitable penny stock trades to bring to your attention, so that your money can keep growing indefinitely. Now you can see why the Microcap Millionaire's strategy course and newsletter is very fairly valued at $297 a month. And even without the bonuses, this is a steal. Actually, the face value of everything I'm offering you today is worth well over $850. Number one, the strategy course. Number two, the free month of buy and sell alerts from my newsletter. And number three, the bonus report, the reverse merger strategy. And even if you paid $850 today for all this, you'd still make out like a bandit. However, if you act now, you will get all of this for just $97. Now, don't get me wrong. You could choose to just, continue on the path you're on right now and miss out on 5, 10, or even more stock picks that could change your life for the better in the very near-term future. And let's not even begin to talk about how things are not likely to change for your financial outlook a month, 2 months, even 1 year from now, unless you take action to reap the rewards of trading penny stocks successfully. And that's most definitely not what I want for you. To think that people who just a couple weeks ago didn't even know where to begin are now rapidly beginning to build massive amounts of wealth with penny stocks compels me to have a specific mission in mind with regards to my course and service. My mission is called the $10 million Challenge. I want to keep a running tally of all the penny stock profits my subscribers make until we reach $10 million. After that, I guess we'll shoot for 50. My mission for you specifically is for you to achieve the level of financial freedom from trading, and I'll let you define what that financially free definition might be. It might be as simple as having enough extra money to do the things you want to do every month, but you haven't been able to do them up till now because cash has been so tight for you. Or it could be the high calling of becoming a full-time stock trader or investor, finally telling your boss to take this job and shove it. Or maybe something in between, such as keeping your current source of income, your job, your business, or what have you, and then using my stock trading strategies and buy and sell alerts to steadily build a monstrous pile of cash. Or maybe it's just to see that look of admiration on a loved one's face. The same way my dad looked at me that day when he saw my trading account. And remember that house I wanted for my family? Well, we finally got it. Because there really is a bigger picture here. And this is a picture of me and my wife. See, I've come to realize that folks who have more than just enough to get by often are happier, more fulfilled people than the people out there who continue to struggle to make ends meet. Not to mention how much better off many families would be if they had just one extra financial resource to tap into. That's why you will not be paying the regular price of the strategy course along with the newsletter and all the bonuses I mentioned worth well over $850. Nope, not even close. Remember, your total investment today, which includes access to the course, the newsletter, and the bonus, is now not $497, not $297, not even $197. You'll get instant access to the course, 30 free days of stock picks, and the bonus report for just $97. Now, if you would like to keep the stock picking newsletter after your first free month is complete, simply do nothing after you check out and you'll be billed $97 per month as long as you wish to remain a member. Simply look below and click the Order Now button to join right now. Listen, don't decide right now. You might be wondering, if I choose to get the monthly subscription, will it be a huge hassle if I ever really want to cancel? I only want you to stay as long as you want to stay, okay? If you ever want to cancel, just send me a quick email and I'll handle it for you. That's my promise to you. Look below this video right now and click the Order Now button to claim your heavily discounted price right now. Let's take a minute and look at some more feedback I've got from my subscribers. Okay, let's check out these two testimonials. These are both from guys who joined my service and wrote back to tell me thanks for the profits they saw from my stock picks. And another one, this one I really like. It says, "Bro, you are awesome. I've made thousands thanks to you. Please don't stop doing what you do." And I'll tell you, that one really brightened my day and put a spring in my step. You'll soon get the opportunity to join these folks who have sent me back their testimonials that speak of tremendous stock trading success. Now remember, it's not just a great deal that you're getting today. You'll be joining in with a community of other like-minded folks who want to better their lives and achieve financial freedom through penny stock trading. So go ahead, click on that Order Now button below to claim your heavily discounted offer. Here's what will happen when you click the Order Now button below. First, you'll be directed to a page that looks like this. Then at the bottom of that page, go ahead and leave the check marks checked for the free month of the stock picking newsletter. Or if you don't want the free month of my penny stock picks, go ahead and uncheck that box. That way you'll only get the course and you won't get the free 30 days of stock picks. Then you'll be taken to your checkout page that looks like this. Then you'll see me on the other side. And I'll show you an additional way you can potentially double your profits on my stock picks. Note, the first additional option you see after you fill out the secure order form is the most powerful way to maximize your profits as a member of Microcap Millionaires. The second upgrade available to you will be a one-time opportunity to personally work with me as part of my exclusive Stock Trader Coaching Club. This includes personal access to me as well as private invitations to join me and other coaching subscribers on top secret strategy classes. Now, this is subject to availability. I'm limiting the amount of coaching subscribers I work with, so if you don't see this offer, you'll know that it has filled up. Finally, you'll get login and password details to the members-only area sent directly to your email address within seconds after you complete the checkout process. That's what it looks like right there, the members area. So go ahead and click that Order Now button below, complete your order, and I'll see you on the other side. It's really that simple. Are you still here? Well, maybe you're wondering if Microcap Millionaires is for you if 1, you've never traded a stock before, or 2, you only have a small amount of money to start trading with. My answer? Yes, yes, and yes. I do my best to make everything understandable even if you have zero trading experience. And starting out with as little as $100 to trade with is perfectly fine. I also get questions like this all the time. Matt, I want to buy your course and join your newsletter to start trading, but I just don't know exactly where to start. Can you help? Here's my suggestion. Invest in your course today and you won't be feeling like a newbie for long. Plus, you'll get the chance to see how my stock picks perform if you choose to get the free month of the newsletter. Now, during that time, get your trading account opened up and then fund it with some money. That way, you'll be primed and ready to start pouncing on stocks poised to make big moves for you faster than you think. Also, there is a section in the members area that will show you what online trading brokers you can use. This section will show you my preferred brokers for folks that live right here in the US, Canada, the UK, and even a broker that will allow you to trade from almost any country on the globe. I also get asked, Matt, can I see the track record of your stock picks? My answer? Absolutely. Here's a list of price movements of some of my recent picks. Onvo was alerted at 481 and then proceeded to move to 540 the next day. However, I do admit my exit zone was a bit timid since the stock moved over $8 a share soon after that. Another one, IWSY was alerted at 172 and proceeded to move all the way to 285 in just about 2 weeks. A nice 60% gain. And another, MDBX rocketed from $34 a share to $110 in just 3 days. And another, CERP climbed all the way from 0.015 all the way to 7 cents in about 3 weeks. Here's a screenshot of the gain we saw from this pick and a screenshot of a testimonial I got from a member who made out nicely on this pick. And yet another, SSOL went from 0.006 all the way up to 0.015. And here's a quick list of some of the price action of some more of my recent stock picks. AWRE from 512 to 535. MSPD from 250 to 345. STOA from 001 to 008. FMCC from 208 to 295. BTX from 375 to 501. And you can see the time frame involved in each pick to the right. Some more. HLF from 27 to 46. CGEN from 532 to 830. MDXG from 533 to 750. ZNGA from 241 to 373. And EMOT from 0075 to 0.013. Now, with results like that, you might be wondering if sometimes I pick a stock that fails to go up. Well, the answer is that the vast majority of my stock picks do have nice moves soon after I alert them. Not all of them get to my desired exit or sell zones, however. So there may be times when you have to settle for a smaller profit on my stock picks. And there are times when stocks may move in a way I did not foresee or predict. In those instances, I will do my best to make sure that losses are taken quickly, so we can move on to a new stock pick that has all the right tells. No one can be right 100% of the time, right? The same way professional poker players have to take losses at times, so do we as penny stock traders. However, for every loss we take, if we use our proven penny stock tells, we can win far more often than we lose. That's the way you can build wealth consistently with penny stocks, and I want to help you get started today. So now that you've watched this presentation almost to the very end, I would hate for you to miss out on my next stock pick. Have you ever looked at a stock that had a huge move and thought to yourself, man, I wish I would have known about this stock before it took off? Please do not let that be the case for you. My next stock pick could shoot up over 50%, 100%, or 200%, or even more, and that pick could be released at any moment. Actually, I often get emails from people asking me if it's too late to buy one of my stock picks soon after it begins to take off to the upside. And unfortunately, I must caution them from buying a stock pick after it leaves my suggested entry or buy zone. It really bums me out to see people miss out when I make a great stock pick. And I definitely don't want that to be the case for you. I don't want you to fall into that category. So go ahead and click the Order Now button below and go ahead and get instant access to the strategy course, the newsletter, and the bonus report right now. My cancellation policy is clear as a bell for the monthly newsletter. Now, if you leave the checkmark checked for 1 free month of the newsletter, you can cancel anytime simply by sending an email to matt@microcapmillionaires.com, and I'll make sure you're never billed again. And again, you have my word on that. That's a picture of me and my son to the right there that you see. So act now and click that Order Now button below. This is Matt from Microcap Millionaires signing off.